Well, now, howdy, y'all. This is Falchion with you once again, and once again, we're here with another episode of the MSR. That's Max Speed Racing for you guys. Nope, I can't even do it. Sorry, that even sounded kind of offensive. So if you speak with a southern drawl, I apologize. But what's going on, everybody? This is Falchion with you once again, and once again, we are here with another Tuesday night racing league here in the Max Speed Racing. Um, and tonight my horrible attempt at a southern draw was brought to you by Circuit of the Americas. That's right, we are racing in my home country tonight, the United States, more specifically in Texas, and even more specifically than that, in Austin, Texas. Now, I do live in the South, right? Um, but I don't live in Texas, and I have not spent all of my life in the South, so I don't speak with a Southern accent of any kind, let alone the deep draw of like somebody from Texas. Um, but I will let you know though if why oh I'm not looking at the right people. That's why I will let you know that any of you drivers out there wearing a cowboy hat right now for this race, that's a guaranteed automatic uh, three place um, three places up the grid where you'll finish, unless you're in the top three places, and that carries over to the next race. And I'm lying, I'm just playing, and that was probably, I really need to probably stop saying offensive things, because that was probably offensive too. Not everybody in Texas wears cowboy hats. Um, but yeah, all funny business aside, I was just watching practice just before we went live, and some pretty spicy times being put up. Top three were in the 132s, and then number four was right on the cusp of that. So, uh, expecting a really great race. Let me show you guys what's up with the standings, if I can get it to work. Wow, really? It's not working. Hold on. There's more I can try. There's more I can try. Don't give up on me yet. Yeah, why is this not working today? I mean, you guys have been watching my streams long enough to know that it's worked every other time, every other week. Why not today? Weird. What I can do though is just kind of bring it over to you. Not the optimal way to do it, and we lose the sound of the game for a moment. But as you can see, things are really tight up here in the lead with BXTN sitting at a 239, and just behind him, uh, DJ CJ sitting at a 234, just 5 points back. Websy still showing really strong, just a mere 60 points back, sitting at a 179. That, of course, brings the Astons to a 418, with the Mercedes a mere 80 points behind, sitting at a 338, and then Ferrari's 153, AlphaTauri 149, Alpine 142, a tight race for a fourth and fifth here. Red Bull at a 67, Williams at an 11, Alfa Romeo at a 5, and neither McLaren or Haas showing a time at this point. Um, so I'm gonna move this back over. You're gonna see my desktop background or whatever for a moment while I bring this back up and bring that out. And we are watching Saucy Monster right now. And while that happens, I will go ahead and run down all the points for the Drivers' Championship. So, like I said, BXTN 239, DJ CJ 234, Webzy 179, Cotton 142, Jewel 135, Rum 133. Not far behind Jewel. That's I'm gonna be looking for that attack tonight. Huggy 104, Angry 66, Lasky 18, Jim Supernova 16. Hope he's back tonight. I didn't notice, but it'll be good to have him back. Monster who we're watching now, sitting at an 8. Anton at a 5. Bagel at a 3. Evil at a 1. Geronimo, Just Jones, Fryer, all have not scored yet. Unfortunately, we lost Tunix, and I don't think I ever saw Wonky Wobble, but yeah. Message from Bagel says hello over the week. I've stripped my setup for use and now using a new one, and it's working better. Okay, that's good to know that it's working better. I'm actually kind of surprised it's working better right out of the gate. Like I would think that there would be some time that you needed to give yourself to get used to a new setup, but if it's working better for you, congratulations. Hope to see it on the track, because you always give us some exciting racing. And yeah, looking at the qualifying board right now, we see that Huggy is out of qualifying, having put in no time. Jewel sitting in P1. I can't quite see it. I need something to back it up. With a 132.1. Anton C4 Pro 132.9. Saucy 133.6. Angry 134.2. Jones 134.268, while Angry was at a 132.18. Fryer 134.4, and we are waiting for everyone else to put in a time. Let's jump down to Evil, who's getting used to a new wheel, and that's why I said to Bagel that I'm surprised that that he feels his new setup is better already out the gate, because there's usually that getting to know you moment, or a little bit of time, where you gotta cuddle up, you gotta rub the setups back a little bit just to get it comfortable. But again, congratulations to you that you got your setup set up in a way that it's out of the box, comfortable, feeling good, feeling better for you. All right, Evil clocks a 134.3. I did take note in practice he was sitting in the 133s on the very cusp of a 132. So, but right now he is running the medium tire, maybe looking to qualify on those medium tires. Yeah, what am I expecting out of the race today? Today, we had to take away the walls, right? Last 2 weeks, the walls were very haunting. They interfered with the race. So today we're racing no walls. That has nothing to do with me. That just is the way that it worked out, let's be honest. And next week we'll be back into the walls, as Jewel looks like he retired with a 132.1, but DJ CJ just clocked a 132 flat Rum sitting at a 132.108. Again, Jewel maybe feeling really comfortable with it and where he is in his 132. His teammate, I think Anton is his teammate. Sitting at a 132.9. Would not surprise me if Anton put in a better time as Websy jumps up to P4 with a 132.2. Let's check out these tires, see what everybody's running, and there we go. On board with Beastie Boy, as he may be letting somebody by, or maybe just figuring out what his strategy is going to be for his fast lap. Whoa, I skipped right by him. Fryer is on his out lap. He was looking good in practice today, although he wasn't in his car. So I don't know how that affects anyone. I know when I was racing, I had to be in my team's car, right? Because I use parts of the car, right, in conjunction with parts of the track for my braking points, right? So here I might use the word app in McLaren app on his Halo in conjunction with, say, the red part that we're coming up on the left there, on the right there, to know that that's where I need to brake, right? So, and then another car wouldn't have that. While there might be words there, they wouldn't be the same words because they wouldn't be McLaren, right? So it would throw it off a little bit. But that's just me. That's the way I used to do things when I was racing in the league. I really do wonder what happened to Huggy. Fryer sitting at a 134.4. Going to be looking to put in a better time for sure with this lap that he's on right now. Really trying to make the soft tires work. I'm noticing that everybody is on the soft tires now, with the exception of Huggy, who I'm assuming retired. Wow, I hit the wrong button. And didn't put in the time. But I happen to have his mediums on, what have you. So, yeah. Reaching 199 miles per hour, that is, down that long back straight with DRS open. I'd be curious to see what somebody like Cotton is doing down that straight. Cotton, as you know, master of one of the fastest in a straight line cars in the league. Wasn't able to come out of that last corner the way he would like to have, I'm sure. But still a little bit of time to go. Let's jump on board with Bagel, who is unfortunately, I caught him coming into the pit. Who else can we check out then? Let's check out Just Jones, Fryer's teammate. See how he fares in comparison. Right now he's sitting at a 134.2. That being compared to Fryer's 134.4. Again, I think there's more on the table for Fryer. I think his corner exit on that last corner was compromised. by flowing just a little bit wide and not being able to get on the accelerator as fast as I think maybe anyone normally would. As you see Jones do right there, even though Jones did get a little bit squirrely on corner exit as well, but still sitting at a 34.26. We've actually got a lot of guys in the 34.2s. Angry with a 34.218. Bagel with a 34.238. Jones 34.268. And then Evil sitting just outside of that with a 34.3. So we're seeing packs here. Top 4 drivers in the top 5 drivers in the 132s. Then Saucy in P6, lone driver in the 133s. Then from Beastie on down to Fryer, so that's 7th through 12th, all sitting in the 134s. So it looks like we're going to be able to at least see some great racing wherever we look on track tonight. Let's jump on with BXTN, the championship leader for now, and last season's champion as well. No. I think last season's champion was DJCJ. I'll have to look that up at some point. But definitely the championship leader right now with that big 5-point lead. 5 points, just 5 points between BXTN and DJCJ. DJCJ last week put in a great race, having to fight back to the front, and was able to not win the race, but get on that podium and definitely get ahead of BXTN, which absolutely put him in the position where he is now, only being 5 points behind. BXTN coming up on a bunch of slower traffic. Very nicely done. I don't think he was held up at all, but if so, it would have just been a tiny bit as he thought about how he was going to go through that corner. DJCJ solidifies his 132 flat. Evil jumps to P6 with a 132.7. BXTN breaks into the 131s with a 131.8. Oh, I'm wondering what is going on in DJCJ's mind. If he had a little more that he could have done. Rum, though, right now looking to jump up. Able to do it. Rum with a 131.6. Yeah, I feel for DJCJ now, because I think if he'd still been out there doing his laps, he would have. He would also be in that 131 range. So Rum solidifies his time at a 131.6. BXTN at 131.8, also done. DJCJ with a 132 flat, if I remember correctly. What's going on, Geek? Glad you could make it to the show. I apologize for not sending that link. I totally spaced it. I'm not gonna lie. Bagel says he was on a quick lap, then got invalidated in the last turn. Always an unfortunate turn of events. Where is Bagel? Bagel sitting in P12 with a 134.2, so in position to make up positions for sure. Now's the time to show what you have on the track. So I want to see you put this new setup to the test, Bagel. This is your time right now. This is where you get to show it all. Show it off. Actually, you know what? I want to get something going, guys, if you don't mind. Of course, you don't have to do it. Yeah, you made it, and I thank you for making it, Geek. I really appreciate it. Welcome to Texas. We know how you New York boys feel about Texas. Now, we don't know anything about how they feel about Texas. Probably don't feel anything about Texas. So we are jumping on board with Anton, who sits in P8, so that we can get that grand overview. Let me get everything reset up here because I don't know why they turn it off, but they do. But there we go. Bagel says he's running a risky plan tonight. Can't wait to see that. So what I was saying is, drivers, predictive strategy for Anton is a two-stopper, soft, medium for the main plan. We'll see how that plays out. Drivers, watch this in Discord. I'd love to see a picture of everyone's setup, no matter how big, how small, how elaborate, how fancy. I just want to see what everyone's working with, right? If you're on a wheel, controller, doesn't matter. I would love to see a picture of that. See what everyone's doing. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know is I finally got my sandblasting kit in so that I can finish the trophies for the season. And so hopefully here kind of soon, maybe I can show what the test one looks like. It's not going to look great because I've done some stuff with like engraving tools on it already. So it's going to be marred in ways that aren't going to be on the actual trophy. But I just felt like that the engraving tools weren't working out, so I ordered a sandblasting kit. It's here, everything's here. I just need to get it set up out in my workshop. But Stank Bagel says he's running a risky setup tonight. Actually, you know what? They're off. Down into turn 1. BXTN seems to be slightly ahead of Rum at this point, making up that one spot. Just Jones looks like he had a little bit of an incident, but I'm not seeing anything visibly wrong with the car as I saw it go by in the background back there. We're going to jump down to Bagel here and ride on board with him. So his risky move, as I can see already, starting on these medium tires. Yeah, I did see just in the replay off to my right on that, I think it was Jones went around in turn one. Didn't see how it happened, just saw him recovering from it. So right now, looking at Bagel, he's going to really need to kind of push the tires hard in these early couple of laps to get the heat build up in them, to get them gripping anywhere near, never mind. Bagel is into the pits along with Jewel, Beastie, and Jones. Let's see what BXTN is looking like. He's sitting pretty comfortable right now in P1. Not quite out of DRS range, but up there enough that I imagine he's feeling kind of comfortable right now. Jumping back to Rum closing the gap. Like he heard what I said and has decided, no, we can't let him be comfortable. That's not the way it works here in the Rum camp. So Rum really making up time, closing the gap with DJ CJ just behind him. Jump in with him. And yeah, DJ CJ really close to Rum as well, so DJ CJ could push, excuse me, could push Rum, putting him closer to, as we have a yellow flag, Sector 2, but it was just for a moment, and everybody still seems to be in this race. Like I was saying, DJ CJ could use this time to push Rum up into BXTN, and then when DRS is enabled, he could use it to jump both Rum and BXTN. So we'll see how that plan goes. But Websy threatening from behind, close enough that he can make a move as well. Really kind of closing up in the corners, but it looks like, oh, and DRS is enabled. Rum really threatening BXCN through the corner coming out of the long back straight. Oh! I think Rum just lit up his rears, put it around, and put it hard into the wall. That's really unfortunate for him. Was in a great position. I imagine he's probably going to jump onto a hard set of tires, see what he can do from there with those. So those of you not in the know, Texas is one of the southernmost states in the United States. As far as looking at the continental United States, there's a line of states on this that are the south, that like the southernmost, like Florida, and than like California, even Arizona, borders to Mexico, so that's not a part of the United States. So Texas, one of those southernmost states, gets really hot there. So I imagine this. Oh, and rum is out on the another set of this soft. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go to the hard tires. That because it's a state that's hot, and so I imagine the track is hot, and that would generate some fair amount of heat into these tires. BXTN back on board with him, looking back. Now DJ CJ, his number one competition, sitting behind him. But as we look at DJ CJ, we see just behind him is BXTN's teammate Webzy. As DJ CJ has DRS, but that is not the straight where it's going to happen most of the time. I mean, if you're really close to the car ahead of you when you get DRS, yeah, you could probably make a pass, but generally it's this back straight that they're coming up onto in about 20 seconds that's really going to give you the opportunity to make a pass. And so right now, jump on board with Webzy. Webzy really needs to have a cracker out of this corner here. It's not enough. It's not enough DRS, but DJ CJ also has DRS. DJ CJ having a look, but not close, not nearly close enough to make anything happen. Webzy really able to be on top of him coming out of the corner after the last straight. Sorry, I don't know the numbers or the names. Evil up into P4 must be feeling really good right now. Just going to be looking to keep it clean, but push it hard. Really pressure Webzy. We saw that Webzy seemed to be struggling during qualification. He could have just been sandbagging or just taking it easier, getting a feel for the car and track or what have you. I don't know the mindset, but if Evil can get on him, put that pressure on him, it actually could go a long way to helping DJ CJ in this, because as long as Webzy's there in the mix, especially as close as Webzy is now, DJ CJ has to not only worry about trying to get past the XTN, run with the 134.9 for a fastest lap, but he also has to worry about defending from Webzy. Webzy only doing about a 198 miles per hour down that back straight. That was slower than we saw, I think it was Saucy earlier with a 199. Saucy taking a 3-second penalty. Jump on with Lasky in the Ferrari. That 5-second gap. Then a further 3 seconds behind him is Anton. These guys need to probably get together and try and pull up to Evil. Cotton, though, right behind Anton. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ride with Cotton. Cotton sitting on those medium tires right now. I want to see the speed he's doing down the back straight with DRS, and he's within range, at least for now, by half a second. It's been detected, so it's locked in. Here we go. Now. Only a 197. I'm surprised. Cotton's usually the fast guy in a straight line. But nonetheless, still in this race. I know right now Anton must be feeling the pressure. Let's keep rolling it back. So 2 seconds behind Cotton is Saucy. Huggy just behind him within a DRS range. As Saucy goes into the pits. Let's see what Saucy's doing in the pits. These tires 8 laps old. These soft tires 8 laps old. BXTN has been passed, so he's together with his teammate on track at this point. Saucy back onto another set of the softs. So looks like he's sticking with the strategy that we did see earlier. Rum pushes his way back up to P13. But from there, he's a good 15 seconds back from Saucy at this point. Beastie on the hard tires, and let's go ahead and switch that to tires, and we'll be able to see what everybody is doing at a glance. So Beastie and Bagel both on the hard tires, looking to go really deep into this race. What's going on, Plank? Glad you can make it. Yes, sir, it is a good day for a race. Beautiful day here in Austin, Texas, where we are racing. Let's jump on board with the front runners. So, never mind. Websy is in the pits. I was going to say that he and his teammate were together, and we're going to be able to make that push that we like to see and that they're definitely known for. But no, Websy into the pits, out now on the medium set of the tires, and 2.5 seconds back. That being said, DJ CJ, or neither DJ CJ nor BXTN has hit to this point. We're about to see BXTN do a big push trying to get past DJ CJ. And wow, that was super fast, was it not? DJ CJ still fighting. Finally has to concede the position. Commander Lasky now in the P3. But still more than 8 seconds back. Cotton in P4. Least-wise, he can see Lasky in front of him. Gives him something to shoot for. Huggy, who retired early in qualifying, up to P5. Great moves by him. Angry in P6. 8-lap-old soft tires, and is pulling into the pits. His teammate was just behind him. Who was just behind him has already made his pit stop. Now up into P6, and has got a car in front of him. Is that BXTN right there? BXTN has made his pit stop, obviously. Evil splitting BXTN and Websy, the teammates. Evil going to be looking to really push and place himself under the wing of BXTN. before he opened his DRS. So that's now 2 cars between Webzy and BXTN, the teammates. The Alpine drivers? That's right? Evil now in a position to really threaten Huggy. I feel we're gonna see him use this DRS zone here to get close and then make a final move, I believe. Boom, look at it. Look at it. Unfortunately for Huggy, he didn't have DRS, so yeah, DJ CJ just now coming out of the pits. His teammate, Huggy, allowed him by. Good teamwork, good team move there. You don't want to hold your teammate up if you're not fighting for P1. Bagel takes a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Got to be careful on those hard tires. Maybe they're not absorbing as much heat as I suspected they would. Webzy making the pass on Huggy. Beautifully done. Very well executed. Now Webzy's job, right now, Webzy's only job is to harass DJ CJ as much and for as long as possible. And if he can get past, that's all the better. Monster with the 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. This is a track where it is evil. What? Shut up. It is easy to guide your car off the track and catch a penalty. Commander Lasky into the pits, Huggy Bear into the pits, Jewel into the pits. So both Ferraris in the pits. Fryer making his way up into P6. Sitting on 11 lap old medium tires. I would imagine he could push that at least a further 3 laps. Maybe more if he takes care of them. Anton just behind Fryer on 2 lap old soft tires. Let's see him work these. Fryer gets a little loose coming out of that corner just before this long straight. That was big time. That was a beautiful move. That was a beautiful move. Anton knew what he was doing, knew what he needed to do, knew how he needed to do it to make it clean and execute it. That's what we like to see. Congratulations on that one. That deserves applause. That was an absolutely beautiful pass. DJ CJ just passing Evil to take P3. BXTN 2.5 seconds up from DJ CJ. Webzy unable to harass DJ CJ in the way that was necessary to keep him off of BXTN, while BXTN makes his way back to the front. Jumping on board with Cotton here. Sitting in P1. BXTN right behind him, smelling all the blood in the water. There's DRS for him. Look at the speed BXTN is getting. But only hitting 196. I'm surprised. I truly expected to see Cotton doing 200 to 202, somewhere around that miles per hour down that back straight with DRS, but that not being the case, now DJ CJ has to contend with Cotton. Cotton could be a spoiler here. He's not cranking the speeds that I expected him to be cranking, but he still is a very fast driver, and so making this pass will not be a walk in the park. That's it for me. I'm out of Gatorade. See what Websy is doing, if he's ready to pounce. He is well within DRS, of course, but not in a position to make it work. Make the DRS coming up here in about 5 seconds really able to work. There's a train ahead of him. Yeah, if everybody has DRS, then nobody has DRS. This is kind of the way that works. Cotton unable to hold DJ CJ back. That being said, Cotton was like, what the are you talking about? I'm making the pass right back. But then DJ says, no, it's for me. And with that, DJ is actually able to create some pretty good separation. Anton taking the 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That is unfortunate for him. Blank says watching this race is way more entertaining than counting these rocks in space. For those not in the know, Blank is a space miner. He mines asteroids for precious metals in EVE Online. I don't really know what to say about that. I always actually enjoyed mining when I was a space miner. Kind of miss it, not gonna lie. Look at Evil. Evil doing evil things with the pass. Websy right behind him. Oh, I thought Websy was gonna go for the double, but he did not. But he was able to get past Cotton. That being said, Cotton is on 14-lap old medium tires at this point. Still a second and a half between BXTN and DJ CJ. Let's jump back here with Bagel. 3 laps on his soft tires, so he should be sitting comfortable for at least a while. I'm not sure. I mean, if he really takes care of his tires, he could probably make it to the end. As he steps aside for lap traffic, that really hurt. That was a painful place to be caught in lap traffic. Jones trying to get in the battle with Lasky and Beastie. Look, guys, everybody's still in this race. No safety cars. No virtual safety cars. Minor little yellow flags, but not many of those. This is the race that the people have come to see. That's a round of applause for all the drivers today out there doing their thing. Plank tells me to come join them. Apparently, I'm the CEO. I'm the CEO of your corporation? How in the world am I the CEO of your corporation? I haven't played that game in like 20 years. Not that long, but it's been a really long time. So I should probably at least jump on there and relinquish it to you guys. Jones, what can he do? Jones backs out of it. It looked like he could have made one of those Anton moves, but that Anton move may have just been an Anton move. Anton now in P4 ahead of Evil, who has pit for a new set of medium tires, looking to go to the end of the race on these tires. Don't see why he wouldn't make it whatsoever. Anton about 15 and a half seconds behind Websy. Bagel questioning if there's even any point in continuing this race. I would say yes. Not gonna lie, there have been races that I've won that I was only able to win because I stuck in, and other people dropped out as we went along. Anton into the pits, getting off these 7-lap old tires, expecting him to jump onto a new set of mediums. Let's see. What I gotta see what's going on between Cotton and Evil right now. Cotton on a brand new set of soft tires compared to Evil's brand new set of medium tires. I will say this, Bagel. You're relatively new to the league, right? And here's what people tend to not get about league racing. This is whatever league you ever go into, I promise you. There's a period when you're first starting out that not only do you have to learn what you're doing in this league, but you have to learn what other people, what you can expect from other drivers in the league, right? And once you do that, once you hit that moment in time, once you have that epiphany, then suddenly you know, okay, I come up to driver X. Driver X really likes to be late on the brakes, but that tends to run driver X a little wide in the corners. So my best bet is to brake sooner and undercut them through the corner, right? So don't give up is what I'm saying here. There's still a lot that you're learning, but you are learning it, right? It is happening. With every race, you're gaining more knowledge of the drivers around you and how they drive and what you can come to expect when you're driving up against them. And the only way you ever get to hit that click point, that save spot, if you will, us being gamers, is to stick with it, bro. Is to finish every race that you can, gather as much knowledge as you can, keep it going. I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't look like it's going to happen in this race, but in most races, You know, you could be at the back of the pack and see people drop off. Yeah, I guarantee you, I almost guarantee you, 95%. Next week, that's going to be the case. Next week, you're going to see people. We saw it last week and the week before. It's not easy to drive between walls, right? And next week, we're going to the most infamous track for driving between walls. Next week is Monza. Look, boom. Who was that? Who was sitting off the side of the track there? It was Beastie, right? So, my advice to you, Bagel, run the race out. Run the race to the end. It doesn't matter where you finish, right? If you finish anywhere below 10, you're not getting points anyways. But you are gaining knowledge. And right now, I believe that knowledge is what you need, bro. That knowledge, I'd like to see you gain. Because I see the potential. I see the potential. Plank is right. We've seen it so many times in these races where, due to penalties that other drivers have, drivers are moving up and moving up big, right? And this is, hey, let's take a look, right? What more can we do? Penalties. Let's have a look. We're at that time of the race anyways. Cotton sitting on 3 seconds worth of penalties. Evil sitting on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Jules sitting on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Huggy, 3 seconds. Monster sitting on 24 seconds worth of penalties. Anton sitting on 6 seconds. Rump, free and clear. BXTN and BXTN, DJ CJ, and Websy are all free and clear as well. Breyer sitting on 12 seconds worth of penalties. Angry, 3 seconds. Lasky, 15 seconds, right? Jones, free and clear right now. Beastie, 18 seconds, and you yourself sitting on 3 seconds. 18 seconds, right? If you run hard, run strong, maybe he has to pit. That could be an off track, or that could be a penalty overtake for you. Don't ever give up is my advice. Now, you're always going to do what you need to do for you. I can never blame you for that. But my advice, never give up on a race. Not if you don't have to. BXTN coming up on lap traffic right now. DJ CJ a second and a half back. BXTN is really going to need to negotiate this traffic. I think it might be Jones in front of him. It could be. It could be Pryor, but no. Yeah. I think I do believe it's Jones. Websy really needing to get up into the mix here. That 4 seconds might seem insurmountable, but it's not. Lasky adding a further 3 points, putting him to 18 seconds worth of penalty points. So wherever he finishes, for those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about, wherever he finishes, and as far as time goes, add another 18 seconds to that, right? And as it sits, looking at it now, it's not enough of a penalty that Jones will pass him, but there's still plenty of race to make more mistakes. and I don't know where he is as far as needing to pit, but we can actually look at that, go back to that. If I look at it, the tires here, jump down to Lasky. Lasky sitting on 8-lap-old medium tires. I can see no reason that he would need to pit unless he gets a puncture. Stank, look, Bagel just jumping into the pits right now. Bagel DNF. There you go. There's a spot, an extra spot for you right there. Right, and that happens. You know, you don't like to see it happen. As a driver, you don't want to make spots up that way. But as a driver, you take them as they come. Right? Angry sitting in no man's land right now. Nobody around him to help him out. But his tires are only 4 laps old. Easily going to make it to the end. There's a yellow flag in P1. I mean, in Sector 1. Slow car. There goes Lasky. Another DNF. With only a few laps to go, this is what I'm stressing to you, Bagel. This is why you don't give up. Things happen. Races are fully dynamic the entire way through, and if you can stick with it, you can make up points. Now, you may not get up positions. Is what I meant. You may not get up into the points tonight. Some other time you may. But the big thing, like I said, is the knowledge you're gaining. You're learning how these other drivers around you drive, and what to expect. Like I said, that's going to happen in any league you race. And I would say it happens in open lobbies. The thing is, open lobbies, there's always new drivers. So unless you're jumping on at the same time every day and other people are doing the same thing, you know, you're not learning anything in a couple of races. That's not enough points of data. Let's check out Round17 in P10 has lost massive positions in this race, but threatening Monster. I'd say he's probably going to be threatening Anton. Monster steps out of the way. Takes a penalty due to it. Rum now past Huggy. That's 2 drivers on this 1 lap. DJ CJ to P1, but takes a penalty. This is exciting. Right here, you may get to see it in action. You may get to see it at work. Now, I will tell you this. Just like you, I learn how all of you drive by watching you, right? Week in and week out. And I can tell you this about BXTN. He's not going to be satisfied winning through those penalty points, right? That 3 points that is sitting on DJ CJ now because he didn't have a penalty before last time I checked him. I don't imagine he made a bunch of penalties. He's going to want to make the move. He's going to want to make the pass on track. So, coming through the really twisty bits here, he'll get DRS on the front straight. That's probably about 20 seconds from now. Maybe it was more like 15. My bad. Here we go. Boom. DRS really working in this race for BXTN. Boom, slams shut when he gets on the brakes. It's an automatic thing. If you raced back when I was racing, there were times when we would be able to use the DRS whenever we wanted throughout a, like say a practice, right? Not during the race. And so you would push to see if you could go through a fast corner or even just like a slight curve. Here we go, second DRS, bang. And we learned really quickly that with DRS open, there just simply is no downforce to hold the rear of your car down. And so your car would step out every time. So DRS is open by a push of the button on the wheel, but is closed. You can also close it by pushing that same button, but is generally closed by stepping on the brakes. That's a little DRS lesson for those of you that don't know anything about it. And so you see BXTN come around the corner here, DRS open, bang, push the button on the wheel. You don't want to have to worry about it going into a corner, because if you mess it up, you're crashing. So steps on the brakes, it slams shut. BXTN not really able to make up the time to get past DJ CJ. I want to watch him through this DRS zone here again, just to make sure I'm correct in my statement as far as is he holding back under DRS? I don't think he is, but we're about to see here. Ready? Hit the button. $195. We've been seeing people get 196. Evil takes a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. Again, easy to happen on this track. So Lasky, DNF. Beastie, DNF. Bagel, that puts you in the 13, buddy. See? And then Saucy Monster got disqualified. I think it would have had something to do with when he stepped off the track while letting other drivers by. And guys, I see a lot of you do that, step off the track when other drivers are trying to get by. You don't need to do that. You don't need to hit your brakes unless you're in a corner, of course, but all you need to do at most, come off racing line and let off at least half throttle. It's always the passing driver's responsibility to make a clean pass. It's just the way racing works. All racing, right? So you could even be on the racing line. A lot of drivers don't like this fact. But you as a slower driver, as long as you're racing at speed, can be on the racing line, have a faster driver that be under you be under blue flags, let off half throttle on the racing line, and they can step off the line and go around you. A lot of drivers don't like that. Personally, I prefer that. If I'm coming to lap you, I don't want you to do anything but slightly lift so that your car slows down a little bit, because I want to be in as much control of the situation as possible. I don't want anybody making a move. Now, maybe BXTN is sandbagging because he didn't. Oh no, he's off. the race is over. Wow, didn't notice. My bad. So, BXTN P1 due to penalties. DJCJ P2. Webzy P3. Angry coming around right now. I mean, excuse me, Evil. What? Shut up. Evil coming around to take P4, but his penalty pushes him back to P5. Cotton taking P4. Jewel P6. Rum, hard fought from the back, P7. Anton, P8. Fryer coming around to take a P9. Huggy making his way to a P10. Angry, gonna be hoping that Huggy has enough penalties to take that P10. No, he does not. Angry, P11. Jones, P12. Bagel, thought he was finishing in 16. Ends up finishing P13. Not what you want to see, admittedly, but you finished. And that counts for something. You learned. That counts for something. Hopefully that's enough for you for today, right? BXTN takes a top step. DJCJ P2. Webzy P3. The Astons really trying to solidify their position. Let me roll this. That race director. That we're going to go with incidents. In case it comes up. As you can see, just a ton of warnings here. An absolute ton of warnings. And penalties coming from those warnings. And pit stops. So, yeah. Let's do some quick head math. I'm horrible at head math, so. BXTN started this race at 239. Add another 25 points to that. That's going to be five. What? No, 6. 264, something like that. You know what? We're going to leave it alone. I'm horrible at it. Bagel says he's never been so excited for a failed race for him like the last 2 laps. Won't get better in Monaco, that's for sure. And see, let me let you in on a little secret about myself. My first big Formula One race win was in Monaco. Before all that, finishing out of the points, right? That's where in league racing, in this league, everything clicked for me. Was at Monaco, right? I understood, it just clicked, and I understood that if what is the saying? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast, right? That's where it clicked to me for me that I gotta race between these walls, not trying to push as hard as possible, just trying to make it to the end. And that made me smooth, and being smooth made me fast and got me the win, right? Never in my life would have ever expected to win at Monaco, just like you're saying for yourself here. But Monaco is what did it for me, and that changed the way I drove from there on out, and that got me more wins, more a whole lot more point runs, right? So don't count yourself out. It could happen. That could be the place. No, I understand that. I understand. I believe me. I understand how frustrating it can be. I absolutely do. But again, you're relatively new to this league. This I'm not to. I don't know how new or if you're a veteran to league racing in the overall, but I do know you're relatively new to this league, and for from now on, from now until you stop racing, every league you join, you're going to have to take the time to learn how those drivers drive. And it might become easier in the future because you're able to just see it more clearly, more and quickly, but that's the way it always goes. And so keep pushing at it. Proud of you for sticking in with it, right? Like, look, this that's for you. Proud of you for sticking with it. I'm glad to see that what we talked about paid off for 3 positions, right? Proof is in the pudding, as they say, and there's your pudding. You made up 3 positions just by sticking with the race. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. BXTN able to extend his 5 point lead just a little bit, little bit. What? Shut up. Able to extend his points lead just a little bit. The Aston Martins able to extend their points lead by a pretty decent margin. So, yeah. Again, that being said, you have a good week too, Bagel. And now get out there and just run around Monaco. That's what you do for the week, bro. That's your homework. You don't have homework. Don't do what you want to do this week. But um, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, I hope you'll be willing to give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, maybe you'd be willing to do that as well. If not, hey, I understand. It's all good.